In case you're just joining us, we are following developing news tonight. Firefighters still on scene of an apartment fire that sent one person to the hospital in Grover Beach. Our KSBY's Dustin Kleeman joins us live with what's happening in that apartment complex.
Good evening, Richard. We want to point out to everybody, we just got word that 5 people are displaced by this fire. 1 person injured, a woman that was injured. She suffered lacerations as well as smoke inhalation. She was transported to the hospital. The fire here in Grover Beach has been put out, but the real work begins, checking the smoke damage that has been made from the fire that was here. There's no cause yet. Chief, joining me now. And Chief, I want to ask you a little bit about what happened, what you guys know so far. And I know it being the 4th of July, first people thought it were fireworks involved.
Right. It's been a very active night with illegal fireworks in a lot of the county. Very active here in the South County. So about 10:17, we were notified of a structure fire. Pulled up. I was the first unit on scene. Heavy smoke involvement. We requested a second alarm, which is additional resources. And that's why you see a lot of our partners from CAL FIRE here tonight. So a lot of fire. Our crews did a great job of knocking the active fire down quickly. We were aware of the ambulance company being here and telling us about a patient that they were going to transport. I'm sorry. There's also been several people walking up with either lacerations or other hand injuries that have been evaluated, and they're going to the hospital on their own.
I want to talk to you about, too, when you look at the damage, it's one thing we were talking about right before is the smoke problem. When you look at this, it's significant damage on the top portion of this apartment complex that, again, has displaced 5 individuals. What are you seeing so far when it comes to the smoke?
So I haven't been inside the building. Our crews are still actively making sure, number one, that the fire didn't spread to the attic space, and also doing some salvage and overhaul. They're being very careful because they want to preserve as much of the incident for our fire investigator who's on his way here. But, you know, the fire creates a lot of damage, but the smoke sometimes does more because it travels through the entire living space. The design of this building is there's garages on the first level, and it looks like there's 2 units that were involved above the garages. There's additional units in the back of the building, and we believe they were relatively unaffected by this fire.
But again, no word yet on possible cause?
No, that's going to take us some time.
So just want to update you again, Grover Beach, the fire, they're winding everything down. Looking out into the crowd, there are families here that are crying, that are upset. I spoke with one man who you'll hear from later on, and he was absolutely distraught. He saw the fire, he came over here. This was his livelihood. Talking to him, it is very tough to see stuff like that. So if you at home are a reminder of this, these are people being affected in our community, and it's something to consider. Live and local in Grover Beach, I'm Dustin Kleeman, KSBY News.
All right, Dustin, thank you very much. This is a developing story, of course. We will have more information on KSBY.com and then in the morning on Daybreak.